Playoff football has once again returned to our nation's capital as you get a look inside Northwest Stadium here in Landover. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he returns this to the 22. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. A great run here in the first, and I think we know one guy who wants a trip to that Super Bowl.
And the way his team is reacting, the way they're blocking for him, they want to go along with him, don't they?
Absolutely. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Not. 4 down.
Another run for Gibbs here. He will push his way down to about the 14. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
180!
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Go! Bronco 80!
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now Daniels going to keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Buffalo 18!
They'll run here with a rookie. Oh, look at the juke. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Get it! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now Daniels. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Mustang 70 Lions. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Open down to Samuel, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Go!
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready, Warriors 70, 18 Cardinal, 18 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hey. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Tiger.
Now Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff. Touchdown! Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18, 19 Lions. Check, 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 check. Ready.
Here's Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
65 cat. Dragon 60.
To the air goes Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Krosky Merritt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On the ready.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football
18,
game.
Rattler, 18, Viking, 18.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now a 2nd and 2.
What's that?
Play action. It's gone. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Daron Payne able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Third down and 6.
Tiger. Tonight. 180.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, here's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Chop 60. Chop 60. Motion. Let go.
They go play action. Daniels. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Got it. Ready? Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Mustang 2. Cougar 19. Go street.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Hey, check that. Street. Come on. Set. 19, Cowboy 80. Bronco 80. Let's go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Shrugs him off. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go. Check. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready, ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Get it. 70 Lions. Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 6 Warriors 70.
Off the play fake, Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Dragon 60. Let go.
They'll look to throw again. Now Daniel, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Viking 18. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Under pressure, they got him again. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs now leads to a 3rd and long. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
On the jump.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Off play action. Daniels. Short throw here, the tight end Bates.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Tight, 19 tight, 60.
This is a counter play. Eckler. 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken the lead here this NFC Championship game.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
Cut! 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Super.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Cut. Go, 12, go, 180. Cut.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Now inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 57 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after here coming up.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And complete to Zach Ertz.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. Like Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. This is swung out to Eckler.
Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something to be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
To throw is Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Dragon 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 70 Timberwolf. Check. Let go.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt,
A 12-yard touchdown run.
and Washington has taken the lead.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 43. Now Goff.
Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
In motion, the tight end. Goff now to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Dorrance Armstrong.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
180!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That is caught.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
14! 180!
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
Now Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
180!
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta
from 19 yards away.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. And that's into the hands of Eckler.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Here we go, here we go. Mustang 70 Timberwolf.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Street, street. Let go.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Prater. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
180.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the fourth quarter as the kick is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. To the air goes Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 65 yards. And the Commanders strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Prater on to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun. Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
120. Horrible. What's that?
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Look. 180. What's up? Turbo.
Now it's gone. Now they set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Done. 180. Hey, 5. Done.
Here's Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
20. Turbos up.
A give right side for Gibbs.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
We go tonight. What's up?
Now it's Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's 1st down.
We go tonight. 180. Turbos up.
On the give, here's Gibbs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Super. 120. Done.
Goff. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Let's go. 68, 18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
He's back to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and
tight,
long.
19 tight. Ready. Hawks. Go.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Halas, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.